Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Slaying 101 here on Game Nights. I am your host and your keeper of monsters and your best friend for the day, Savvy Seaworth. And I'm here to run a game for these fine folk standing around or sitting around me. None of you are really standing. I mean, you can be if you want to be.
Power move.
Let's all get standing desks and play Monster of the
Squat
Week.
the entire game.
If I
Power move.
stand, then I'm only actually in costume from the waist up. So now
Welcome to our Monster of the Week fitness stream. Hello, we are here to sit down and play Monster of the Week. But before we do that, I'm gonna see if I have any announcements, and then I'm gonna let these fine people tell you what's going on in their worlds. Let me see. If you're watching live with us right now on Twitch, you can check out our regular schedule down below our faces on our drop page. Coming up this week on Tuesday, we'll have a new episode of Exiles, in which some of us play Dungeon World. On Wednesday, Sid, I think Tidefall is back, right?
We're back, yay!
So we have a new episode of Tidefall after a few weeks off,
There's
in which
art too. I'm so excited.
some fine folks have pretty art and play D&D. And then on Saturday, we'll have another episode of Saturday Nights, in which we also play D&D and probably some video games and stuff in between. So if you want to look at our entire schedule, you can find it here on Twitch. It's also pinned to our Twitter, and it is also in our Discord, which you can join by following the link either on our Twitter or on our Twitch page, and come and talk to us about this game and other games and video games. The Pokemon talk has died down a little bit, but I'm sure it'll be back soon now that I have said those words out loud. But yeah, you can find me here all the time and on Twitter. But I'm gonna let you all say what's going on your end. Let's see. GB, you're first.
All right.
What's up?
Graybeard at Graybeard's Tavern. Check out my Twitter. That has my whole schedule. I play between 3 and 5 games a week, and coming up, I'm doing another week of like 6 or 7 games in 7 days or something like that. It's fun and awesome, and I love it. And yeah, check that out there. Tonight I'll be playing Rex Machina, a very strange flake individual who believes in conspiracy theories and science. Well, kind of. That's Rex.
I started drinking my smoothie as soon as you finished talking.
I was munching a cracker when you called me.
Sid!
Hi. What's up? Hi, I am Christina Sid. I am on the Twitters at Greek Sid, though I'm very rarely on the Twitters, except to retweet things. I have all my games this week, which is great. I'm here, and then let me pull up the calendar so I can say everything as professionally as GB just did. I have Neverland on Monday. We are now on Monday Prime. That's 10 o'clock Eastern over on FemNPC. We're just gonna be kicking Peter Pan's ass because he's a dick. Then on Wednesday, Tidefall again, 7:30 Central, so that's 8:30 Eastern. There we go. And then I think we're taking lots of breaks for holiday things, but I'm excited. Today I am Sally. I'm the monstrous. I punch and I know things. So yes, that's the plan.
Wonderful. Rob.
Hello. I am Rob. Or Bonus Stage Rob on various corners of the internet. You can find me a couple different places. On Tuesday, I will be part of that aforementioned Exiles game as Hedrick, the cleric who just loves rocks. He's a rocky boy. At 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can find me on twitch.tv/runawayrobot with an underscore at the end, playing Eli Briarwood, the hedge, also cleric, in a Humblewood mini campaign. Humblewood is a module that just came out, and it's or a campaign setting rather that just came out. Super dope, awesome, cute. They're all little animals. Look at this. Look at how goddamn cute this
They're
is.
not little. We've
They're-
established.
all right, fine.
They're human size.
They're human-sized animals, but they're heckin' cute. All right. I play a hedgehog, if you will. He's a good boy. That is at 7 p.m. on Thursdays Eastern. And here today with you all, I am Travis Kelly, the crooked, the steely boy, the overall bad lad who likes to snack. It's me.
The bad lad who is currently very concerned about the consequences of his bad actions.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Is it?
No.
LB!
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Twitter. I play Mondays and Tuesdays on the Indoor Adventures channel. Mondays, I'm going to be with GB, and my character's probably going to kill his, so that'll be fun. Tuesday this week, I'm not on Curse of Strahd, but normally I am. And then we're going to pick up after the holidays, where we're going to go finally kill Strahd, and hopefully we can make things right. And then this week, Friday, we're playing on Dammit Bear's channel, doing Ghosts of Saltmarsh, where I play a Triton who has just been captured by her people because she did something not bad, but she just didn't tell them about something. And then after this, you can find me on Pro Restarter's channel, doing the I'm sorry, I just thought that like, oh, I'm doing really well doing this, and then I immediately forgot everything else I had to say. But we're doing a phase system game, a Cypher system game called Phase, where I play a Medusa character. We just reset all of the robots, so hopefully things aren't dying.
Hopefully not. Sean.
Hey, Sean, the Kraken King on Twitter. I'm mostly here, exclusively here. Upcoming this week, I have on Tuesdays the aforementioned Exiles, in which I play Skandar the Barbarian, and I don't think I have anything else this week until next Saturday for Saturday nights. A quick plug for that is that we are currently recruiting for our 2020 season. If you're interested in playing with us, let us know. Just DM me on Twitter. I can't say much about what the game is going to be, but all I can say is that it involves sports and D&D. It's going to be weird.
I play in that game.
Yeah, Savannah does, a few other people on the channel. Otherwise, podcasts, all sorts of good stuff. Video games probably coming up soon. I think we're going to try to do a Destiny 2 raid stream. Haven't done that in a while because I haven't had like 6 hours to commit to anything in a long time. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, everybody. Look, we all introduced ourselves and no one exploded. That was awesome. Yeah, so check out all of these fine people and the content they are creating, because you're going to want to watch and listen to all of it, and then check out our schedule. And yeah, I'm certain we'll have some video games streaming happening soon, because we just started playing The Forest again, so get ready. But we're not doing that right now. We're playing Monster of the Week, so let us begin. First, I'm going to change this music. Let's see.
You're not the only person that just told me they've been playing The Forest recently. And
It's a
I can't
fun
remember
game.
who else said that. I'm having deja vu.
I recommend it if you haven't tried it. It's spooky and
Good
fun.
or bad?
Oh, Lana told me earlier. I was like, who have I been talking to? Myself?
Have you been
Me?
playing The Forest recently?
Apparently.
All those people in my head.
All right. Speaking of forests, you guys are in one.
What a segue.
I'm a consummate professional. Last time
Somebody has to be.
on this particular show, Slang 101, we began a new mystery. You all discovered that 2 local Georgia citizens had been killed at a state park near OSU's campus, and made to intervene, but before you could, a 3rd victim was found on the outskirts of campus near forestry and agriculture. Thanks to a distraction that almost resulted in Sally getting arrested, some of you were able to sneak into the crime scene to try to determine what had happened. With a little bit of magic, you were able to observe another place and time, spooky, and see a very large, very, very fast, supernaturally fast, almost, figure attacking the most recent victim. You gathered up what weapons you could find from all silver weapons, I think, of what you were able to put together. Took them, hopped in the truck, and went to the state park in search of a cave that with Rex's help you had triangulated that you determined might serve as a decent lair for some sort of creature that is hunting things. When you arrived at said cave, you discovered a couple of things that indicated somebody might be living there. A bed in the back made of pine needles and grass and twigs with a sleeping bag thrown over the top, and several either opened but untouched or partially finished snack foods and drinks. And you also found Scully, new friend and dog belonging to a student that you currently know to be missing named Destiny Wainwright. So you decided to wait. Wind camouflaged you mostly. And after a while where we left off, you had heard some footsteps crunching the leaves outside of this cave. And Scully, laying on the ground, kind of perks up and starts to walk toward the mouth of the cave. The rest of you are mostly camouflaged. What'd it do?
Wait to see who comes inside.
Okay. We all just wait very quietly.
I'm gonna take a knife out.
Okay.
I got my shotgun. Just
I
in
have
case.
a very
Oh
large
yeah, wait,
scythe,
we took
apparently.
guns. I'm gonna take a gun out.
Mega taser.
Okay. Wait, who has a gun?
I'm gonna take my 22 out.
Okay.
I have a
Got a
crossbow.
shotgun.
I have a 22
Yes,
and a
I have
38.
I
shotgun.
have this gun, and a massive fucking scythe.
That's right. You have the scythe, and Wynn has a crossbow that he's used like once. Okay, great. And a mega taser right in the middle.
I just
Got it.
realized the sticker's still on the crossbow too, and I try to take that off.
Okay. Yeah, so you all draw your weapons. God, the mental image of this is incredible. So pressed up against the back wall of this cave, sort of holding your weapons at the ready, you see Scully, her lab's ears sort of perk up, and she walks to the front of the cave and starts to whine a little bit. She doesn't growl or anything like that, but she starts to whimper and whine a little bit, and then she goes running out the front of the cave. And you hear a voice, the footsteps stop, you hear what sounds like a woman's voice talking to her. And then after a moment, you sort of hear the voice go, "What are you doing?" As Scully comes running back into the cave. And Abby, who is only partially camouflaged, who ended up on the edge of it, you see Scully sort of run over toward you and sniff at your feet, and then kind of sit down at your feet and look up at you.
Ooh,
Not
Not at the dog, obviously.
Oh,
out in the
okay.
cave.
Some context there.
Sean, you look so scared.
I would never. Abby's a vegan.
That's why I was confused.
Surprise. And you hear the footsteps start up again as somebody walks into the cave, following Scully, and kind of looks over, and Abby, I think, sort of sees your shadow. But you recognize this person. This is Emily, who all of you recognize from being a previous member of the Switch Coven, and Rex, who you saw putting up missing posters around campus on the footage after Destiny went missing.
I was gonna like put her gun up, like, what What are you doing here?
Oh my god, is that a gun?
No!
No.
I'm sorry, it's the wilderness.
What are you doing?
I was... Abby's realizing she has to lie on the spot. I was out for a walk to find some herbs for my research.
In a
And-
cave?
Well, I came across the cave and there was a dog here, and then people looked like
With
someone
a gun?
in there. The wilderness is dangerous.
It's a state park.
What are you doing here?
Looking for Scully.
He's here.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, obviously someone has been living here. So maybe Destiny was here.
Wait, what?
Isn't this her dog?
Yeah. Wait, did you say she's living here?
Well, I mean, there's like there's like, you know, a sleeping bag and food and... Well, I don't know. I just came across it the same way you did.
I don't know how you roll to manipulate, huh?
Yes.
Are we
Right.
just all
Are we all,
against
like,
the
pressed
wall?
against
in
the-
She can't, so
camouflage
she can't see the rest of you.
is
Okay.
just like this, like just standing there, like.
Well,
oh my
Poor Rex with his lie detector, spidey sense is just like,
Yeah,
wah.
right.
It's giving me
This
a
is a
headache.
charm, right?
Yes, roll plus charm, please.
Nailed it.
Okay.
That's a
Um,
-1.
That's a partial success with a 7. Yeah, so I think she is she's looking at you sort of suspiciously. What kind of herbs even grow in a cave?
The herbs weren't in the cave. I was just looking for them and I came across the cave. There was the dog. You had said Sully, right? Was the dog that you were watching. That was Destiny's, and Destiny was missing. I thought it was... And then he led me here, and then you came up and I didn't know what to do. Okay.
You know what? Whatever. What is all this stuff? And she starts like, I think, looking around on the ground and kind of like picking up wrappers, and they're like all like bags of chips and like soda cans and stuff, but they're all either full or mostly full. What the hell, man?
How did you find this place?
Oh, one of the park rangers called me and said they saw the dog and thought it might be Scully, so I drove over.
Well, maybe we should call the police and show them this. I don't know. If he
guess.
came in here, he might smell her here. Let's get out of the cave because it is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of gross in here.
I'm gonna lead her like out around the way, so it's not like they have to hold their breaths or anything.
Okay.
Um.
Come on, Scully.
So if you there's not really a signal here, but if you want to go call the cops, I can wait here and see if she comes back.
Yeah, I guess. This is weird.
Now, was she lying at any point during that when she
Emily?
was saying, yeah?
No.
Okay, all right. So she, as far as Rex's lie detector can tell, she's
legit.
okay.
All right, so I think after a moment, Emily she calls to Scully, who follows right along like she knows her, and she starts to make her way with the dog kind of back up towards the trail to try to get a better signal to ostensibly call the police. The rest of you are still in the cave.
I was
And
just
Abby's
gonna
right
peek her
outside.
head back in. Well, that wouldn't as I'm sorry, I'm really bad on the spot.
What?
No, it's fine. It's good. It was good.
Kid, have you never told a lie in your life?
I mean, I usually just avoid the truth. I usually don't have to make anything up.
That was terrible.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
But best lies are based at least in a half truth. Just throwing it out there for moving forward. But what's the play here?
Well, I don't know. Should we wait for her to come back? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Let's just scry and see if we could see if she was here.
Sure. This seemed like the easier way to do it, but that's probably
Shouldn't
more efficient.
Shouldn't someone go with her in case whatever eats her on the
The
way?
attacks have all been at night, right?
So far.
Maybe, Sal, do you want to tail her just in case?
Have to be quiet.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right,
All right,
Rex
who-
actually holds up a hand and is like points at Travis and him.
Yeah, that might work better now that I think about it.
Yeah, it might need a more subtle approach.
Yeah, I'm holding up the scythe. I'm really subtlety's not my thing.
And we love you for it, but yeah, I think we should take this one.
All right, go for it.
So,
Alright.
magic.
Yeah. If you're okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, last one went pretty well, so feeling like I'm on a roll.
Okay.
Sally is going to slowly back out of the cave. I'm just gonna wait at a safe distance. All right. Let me know if you need any. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay. Step to the mouth of the cave.
All right. Do you want to help or do you want to?
I can do either one. Right now, because I did that last use magic roll, I have a +1, so I'm doing pretty. I think Wynn feels that power kind of coming through him, so I'm probably more inclined to want to do the magic part of it
Cool.
right now.
Well, help set up then.
Should I roll first, or do you?
Right. He rolls first, and then I can help.
Yeah,
after.
you can. Yeah, you can decide to help based on the roll. So
How bad this goes?
When you go ahead and roll to use magic.
I don't think I can fail unless I roll snake eyes. Okay, yeah. That's a 10.
All right, that's 10. So yes, a full success.
And I think what we're trying to do is to observe another time.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so with Abby's assistance here, you set up for this this ritual in the cave. You cast a spell, and around the two of you, everything kind of goes quiet for a moment. And you feel almost like this wind rushing past you. And then it stops and you both open your eyes and you can see these kind of faint shining outlines kind of around the things that are here right now. What you're looking at currently is essentially the cave as it was several days ago. It is empty. You can see things shifting just a little bit like as they normally would with wind and just kind of the elements moving things around. And then after a moment you see a figure enter the cave. It is a familiar figure. I've seen this person several times before. It is Destiny, and she is carrying a bag on her back, like a backpack, and carrying a sleeping bag, both of which she kind of tosses into one corner of the cave. And you can see her after a moment kind of go over, put her back against the wall, and just kind of sit for a little bit. And then the image kind of speeds up, and you see her a couple of times kind of come in and out of the cave, putting together this kind of makeshift bed. And then after a little bit, I'm sort of in this vision, it starts to get dark outside, the sun goes down, and she leaves the cave. And it fades.
Do we see the last time she left?
there a timestamp?
there's not a timestamp. If you focus on the spell, this happens a couple of times, like a couple of nights in a row, where she will come back, sleep, and I think you see her in this image, like every once in a while, kind of pulling out like food or drinks out of the bag, opening them, either taking like a bite or a sip, putting them down, and not touching them again. But it's hard to say when she left. It was probably sometime in the evening, not like the dead of night or anything. Definitely.
But yesterday?
Yesterday. So before this attack happened. And right before she does this, that she leaves for ostensibly the last time that you can see in the vision, you see her outline sort of walk over to the other side of the cave, kind of near where everyone was sort of hiding before in the darkness, and she's holding some, like a rock or something, and she's like scratching something into the wall, and then she leaves.
Does it seem like with the food, it's just not like it doesn't taste good to her? Like she can't eat it?
It's hard to say.
Okay.
You see her multiple times, I think, trying to eat it, and either stopping after one or two bites and throwing it down. So for some reason, she doesn't want to.
Okay.
I think it's a fair assumption.
She's just not hungry because she
Mm.
can't eat.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna, once the spell's over, I'm gonna look towards the wall where she scratched something and see what I can see.
Okay. You go over, and up in the stone on the wall there is a place where something has been scratched into it. You take a closer look, and it looks like the outline of a snake.
That's weird. You see this?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a worm? Maybe a snake?
Someone just drew I don't know, either of that is just really bad.
Are you guys?
Can we take a picture of it?
Are
or-
you done? Can I come in
Yeah.
without breaking something?
Yeah, we're done. Come on.
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
What'd you see? What you got?
Well, before she left, she was here. Sorry. She was here. She's been eating, but only a bite or two of things and then putting them down. She drew this thing on the wall, which kind of looks like a worm. Might be a snake. Not
Snake?
sure. Yeah, see? She points to it.
Maybe it's a caterpillar.
It could be a caterpillar.
Yeah, I think it's a snake.
Caterpillars have legs. Right?
Yeah. Yeah? Yeah.
No, they don't.
They're like the stumpy legs.
Yeah, I got a theory here.
Okay. Is it a caterpillar?
Because now I'm ready to go with this caterpillar.
So,
Human centipede.
that would be a different drawing. So, you know how all these ladies were kind of involved in this coven of sorts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took out the head honcho of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe whoever's feeding that moved on to the next person.
You mean like a demonic force?
Possibly.
I thought she was just really old, or she was really powerful because she was really old. I didn't think there was a demonic force that was attached to him.
Well, maybe she was really old because she had a really powerful force backing her up.
Okay, well, what would this snake mean? I mean, can't recall any specific sigils like this.
Well, are there any particular types of demonic thingies that are kind of like snakes?
The Lucifer was a snake.
Demonic caterpillars.
It's not. Can we drop the caterpillar, please?
All right.
It's not. No.
I don't know a lot about demons. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we can look it up somewhere. You all got
Sure.
lots of books, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Should we wait for her here then?
Maybe. Sally's like super distracted right now.
Is she okay?
Can't really tell. It's hard to get a read on her.
I mean, speaking of all this, we got any news on that that book that we got from this group?
When? Have your people looked into it, or did I have it?
I
had
don't. You have it.
Have I found anything out about it other than the spells that are in it?
Yeah, let's see. You would have had some time to probably look it over. For your purposes, it seems like the book is some sort of grimoire. So it is mostly spells. It's sort of spells and rituals and things like that that have sort of been compiled into this book over time. The symbols on the front, let's see. I'm gonna have you roll something
Sure.
for research purposes. Dun, 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 dun. Probably investigate mystery, unless you have something.
Not well, unless I use my like dark past thing, but I think investigate a mystery would be better.
Okay.
So that's sharp, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another 7.
All right, so you would get one question, and I'll tell you honestly and with reasonable detail what you discover. Which I guess in this case can just be what else? What else about the book?
What else about? Well, it's yeah. What is? Was there anything in the book that was being like hinted at to like outside forces? Was there something that was being concealed?
Yeah, I think you going through this book again, it is sort of mostly spells that have been compiled over time. I think there are also on a few of the pages some notes and things that are kind of written and drawn in the margins that have been there kind of over time added as this book has been used. I think on 1 or 2 of the pages there is a mention. There's not a name or anything like that, but there are a couple of mentions of whoever is using the book. They have essentially written down notes that like they tried something, it didn't work, and that they were going to pray for the answers.
And I will say as such. Not ringing any bells?
Yeah, I think maybe we need more info. Let's maybe look up some snaky types of things.
Okay. I'll shoot Ajax a text, see if he knows anything. I guess if there's a moment while Sally's a little in her own head, Abby's kind of gonna poke Wynn's hand. Like, hey, what's going on with your thing?
My thing.
When you casted a spell earlier, I saw a symbol on the back of your hand.
What are you talking about?
It kind of looks like, and she kind of like she has a little sketch of what she thinks it looked like from the angle she saw.
I think Wynn looks at it for a bit, and then I think like kind of pulls you aside
Oh,
and says
I
like,
mean, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't.
"Where
have
did you
to.
get this?"
It was on your hand.
When? When exactly?
When you casted the spell, when we were trying to trap the witch.
Okay, yeah. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Magic stuff. Can I hold on to this?
Sure.
All right. Sticks in his pocket. Starts walking to the back of the cave, realizes that's the other way, and then turns around and starts walking towards the entrance.
Abby's just kind of looking at him, then looks at Sally. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
So
I guess
yeah,
I'm not
we
gonna talk
gonna
to anyone
go
ever.
grab books or something, like maybe, and then or maybe some of you that are good with like books can do that, and some of us stay here. I don't. Why not?
Are you
Uh,
okay?
Yeah, no, we're good. Just want to figure this out so no more people bite it, you know?
Yeah. Probably should stay here and wait for her, right? Like, I mean, we
Yeah.
can research that later.
I mean, it might be important though, you know, like might be the thing like that's giving her whatever, turning her into stuff.
Do you want me to leave?
No, I mean, just y'all are better at like books and stuff, so I just thought that, you know, like delegate, you know. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Do you want my shotgun?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I got this one too, but that's like, you know, further away. That's good too.
Cool. Abby will hand her shotgun and like start to walk away and like kind of look at Wynn like,
God, there's a lot of stuff going on here that I'm trying to parse through right now. Can I read a person on Sal?
Oh,
Of
yeah,
course
we
you
can do
can.
that.
Which I was gonna do, and then Abby drops that bomb, and now I'm like kind of like in
Oh,
between.
yeah.
Sorry. I have it from notes. I have big bold notes about it.
Yeah.
And we haven't really been alone.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
that
it
is
sharp?
plus sharp.
Okay. That's not gonna go well.
Read a person in a charged interaction.
Oh, I do have a +1 on it though, because I just used magic. Oh fuck. 13.
Damn.
Well,
I want to
Okay.
know your social. What you had for breakfast.
so on a 10 plus, you hold 2, and you can spend those 1 for 1 to ask questions from the move list.
I want to know. I don't know if it really classifies because Abby did ask you that question about like, do you want us to stay? I basically want to know is Sal telling the truth, because it kind of seems like she's being deceptive right now. If we would pick up on that.
She kind of gave you a hint just a second ago. She's not telling the truth.
Yeah.
She's also not telling all of it.
All of it. And then what's your character really feeling?
Freaked the fuck out.
Okay. Yeah. Abby, why don't we go? So Sal, you're gonna hold down the fort here, and
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, you can send Trav and Rexy back, or
yeah.
they can go with you. Just let me know what's the deal, if I'm soloing it, or yeah, I'll hold down the fort. You know,
Cool.
That sounds good.
am I taking her down? Am I
Capture, don't kill,
cool?
if you can.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Wynn, why don't you like trail behind, because she doesn't know you're here,
Yeah,
and we'll go back to my place.
sounds good.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot a text to Travis and Rex, who have been watching Destiny or tracking or whatever. Just say, hey, we're coming down. We're gonna go back to the lair, to the cave, to do some more research. Sally's being a little weird.
Sally's immediately going over to the snacks, being like,
Rex, KK.
All right, so you send the text. Abby and Wynn, you start to head back to the car. Sally, you have a snack. Seems fine. Chips have been open for a little bit, but nothing gross.
There's one thing I want to do once we get back to the car. I'll trail behind as per Abby's request.
Okay.
But once we get in the car, I go, something was wrong with Sal, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
She wasn't telling us everything.
Well, yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of stuff she doesn't tell us, but if there's like a demon involved, then I mean, do you have anything in your library that is specific about demons, or?
I don't think so. I mean, Davian's got a lot of spells and stuff, but I don't think he's got a lot of research on that.
You know, it would just be really convenient if all of the stuff was in the same place.
Right? Yeah. I'll probably talk to him about that.
I mean, there's some space in the cave that I could block off if you want.
Sure. I just don't know if he has like a return policy or like a checkout thing. I mean, he's been very explicit about me not taking anything out of his library, but I can talk to him. Maybe if you talk to him, actually, that might work better.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what we can find out about. Why don't you do some research on your phone? Well, I'll do research because I'm not driving. About anything we can figure out about demons that have to do with snakes? Snake demons?
Snake demons. Snake demons.
Is it a type of demon? Or is it their calling card?
Maybe it's a snake possessed by a demon.
I mean, it's happened once before.
I think we're onto something there.
Yeah.
Okay, so are the two of you leaving?
Yeah, I guess going back to
The Haven.
the Haven.
Okay, so you take the car and head back to the Haven. Sally, you are waiting in the cave. Rex and Travis, you have gone off to tail behind Emily. For now, what is it you would like to accomplish? You just want to follow her?
Guess, yeah, just make sure that she's not the monster, the dog's not the monster, or she doesn't run into a monster.
Mhm. Yeah,
Fair enough.
Escort mission.
pretty much.
Got it. All right. So the two of you kind of creep along, trying to stay quiet and following kind of behind Emily as she walks back up to the trail. You can see her and Scully kind of wander along for a little bit. She pulls out her phone, tries to see if she's got any signal, and kind of starts to make her way back toward the entrance to one of the hiking trails. So she finds her way there. You both kind of creep along behind her. She kind of props herself up on the fence, like the gate that's near the beginning. Just kind of this low, like hand-built wooden fence, and makes a phone call to what you can assume is the local police department. She has a brief call with them, sort of telling them what she has found, hangs up, and then puts her phone back in her pocket. And the two of you could see her. She kneels down for a minute and she pets the dog. And as you're listening in, she's talking to the dog a little bit. I think like, Scully, what the hell? This is really weird, right? And the dog just kind of sits there and whimpers a little bit and kind of licks her hand. She says, well, I should really take you home. Let's go back and see if we can find any of your mom's stuff, okay? And she heads back toward the hiking trail. and starts to move back in the direction of the cave.
I think as all of this is happening, Travis is gonna ask Rex, like, "Hey Rex, you're like a computer whiz type.
Big hood flap.
How easy is it for you to make somebody disappear?"
And you can't see it, but there's a big smile under the mask and hood. It can happen. Texas comes back to you.
I mean, we're talking about like totally untraceable.
And Rex actually like goes to do the wiggly super thumbs that he usually does, and then hesitates for a second and says, "That takes a commitment on your part."
My part. Why you think it's me?
And now Rex knows it's you because you just lied to Rex, and Rex can always tell when people are lying. So Rex doesn't comment, just lets that slide and says, basically you'll start with like a almost like a PowerPoint presentation, like, it's easy enough to make records disappear, but a person disappearing is another thing altogether. And then it goes into CCTVs and software, facial recognition software, and any kind of banking, and the list starts to like build up to what it actually takes to make someone disappear. And then they shrug, and then they point at themselves.
Well, you're a little enigma then, are you?
And then, again, it's easy to make records disappear until somebody comes looking for them.
Yeah, I think we're beyond the point of records solving this. All right. Fair place. Thanks. I just, I know a guy, in over his head. Slowly losing his grip.
I guess you hear the little kind of giggle laugh from under the mask and just shaking.
Uh-huh. And then at this point, are we called back to the Haven, or are we still tailing Destiny?
Well, she's coming back towards us in the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have to hide and let her pass us, and then let them know she's coming.
Oh, gotcha.
Because Sally's still in the cave. And I
Well, and
realized
not only
that,
that, but
afterwards.
But time-wise, they're coming up the hiking trail. Win and Abby.
Oh, that's right. Oh, brother. Okay.
So then,
Yeah.
that basically at that point, when she turns and starts walking towards us,
Splitting
Rex
the
is-
party's confusing.
Rex is like, we gotta ghost it.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I'll take Rex's lead. They know what they're doing.
So the two of you kind of duck off the trail as Emily decides to go back to the cave to see if she can find any of her friend's belongings. The rest of you get a text from Rex.
Headed back. She is headed back.
Oh, shit.
Target on the way. Sorry.
Okay. Sally's gonna go to the mouth of the cave and look out and see if she sees her yet.
Not quite yet.
Okay. Is there trees or something just up, like above, so Sally could maybe see down, like toward the cave?
Yeah. If you were to kind of get up on top of the ridge, there's plenty of like trees and cover.
Sally looks around. And anybody around?
Nope.
That she can see? Sally's gonna fly up. I haven't done that yet.
What does it look like when you fly?
Sort of like more of a sort of a jump that turns into a fly. So
Oh, you're Superman in it.
Yep.
All right, awesome. So yeah, you bend your knees and fling yourself up into the air and take flight briefly, kind of landing on the top of the ridge and hiding yourself in some of the trees that are up there. And
I took the shotgun with me. So
yes. So you have you're stacked right now.
Yep. Boom, boom.
Yeah, so you hang out up there. Travis and Rex, you can kind of see Emily make her way with Scully kind of down the trail, down towards the cave again. And Sally, after a moment, you see her kind of break through the tree line.
Abby and Wynn?
For simplicity, we're going to say they had already made it back to the car.
Sally text out. Emily's entering the cave.
All right, so she heads into the cave, and after a couple minutes, sort of nothing has happened. Scully is with her, but after a moment of quiet, Sally kind of off to one side. You see, kind of looking down at the bottom of this ridge, off to another side, kind of away from the trail. You see something rustling in the trees.
Can I move quietly to see if I can get some eyes on it?
Certainly. Yeah, so you start to move that way. You see it kind of rustle for a moment and then stop, and then move a little bit and kind of rustle closer to the tree line around this cave, and then stop. And as you're moving that way, you look to the last spot where you saw movement, and you see something come out of the trees, but it is moving so quickly that it is almost impossible to tell what it is. It essentially looks like a shadow just streak across from the tree line to the mouth of the cave, and you hear a kind of a whining from who you can assume is the dog, and then you hear a scream.
Jump down. Let's go.
Okay. You jump down to the mouth of the cave, and I think Travis and Rex, you probably hear this too, this screaming from the cave. Let's
Jump down and run in.
Yes.
Yeah.
You jump down and run in. Travis and Rex sort of following close behind, rounding the corner. You see Sally run into the cave, and you hear this loud screaming, and then it stops as Sally, you enter the cave, and then you hear another scream as Emily, who has gone into the cave, is sort of scared again as someone else comes like sprinting in. You see in the back, Emily's got her back kind of pressed up against the cave wall, and you see Scully kind of in front of her, not barking or growling, but kind of whimpering and whining. And then in front of you, you see a figure just kind of standing there, not moving. And you hear a voice come from the figure that's like, "Please don't scream. I'm sorry."
I'm gonna shoulder the shotgun.
Okay.
Rex sends a note to Wynn and Abby. Contact. We monster cave going in.
We just left.
I know, but that was the point, that we were going to do research while they waited for her, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, what are we gonna do if we go back there, right?
Yeah, I mean, by the time we get there.
Yeah. I guess just good luck.
Yeah.
All
Type
good.
back. I'll have the infirmary ready.
And Rex is like, all good. We have Sal.
All right, I'm gonna.
Does
sorry,
the
go
voice? Oh no! Does the voice of the figure sound familiar?
What an excellent question. Hold, please. I can tell you.
This heavily dictates my next course of action.
I do not think you ever spoke to this person. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
You gonna shoot him, aren't you?
What you hear is a woman's voice saying, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Please stop screaming."
I think everybody here would feel a lot better if you just explain what you're doing here. He will say, brandishing a gun directly at the person stepping forward.
Okay. I think, yeah, you see, since you guys have gotten pretty close at this point, especially you, Sally, since you ran straight into the cave, you see this figure kind of tense and turn around, and you recognize her face from once in the library, once at a Halloween party, and once on a missing poster. You see Destiny Wainwright, looking not good. She is sort of wearing this just kind of torn up, kind of ragged, like V-neck t-shirt, jeans, tennis shoes. Her hair is all kind of pulled back out of her face, but her like cheeks are sunken in, and all down kind of the front of this this white t-shirt and everything is blood.
All right, follow-up question. Is that your blood or somebody else's?
I don't know.
All right. You have lost time? Do you not remember? Sometimes recently?
Bits and pieces.
Uh-huh.
Please note I'm listening in for lies.
Okay.
When's the first time it happened?
About a week ago.
Mm-hmm. Happened suddenly? Something happened before it happened? Meet anyone recently?
Yeah.
Come on, out with it. We can't help if we don't know what the hell's going on.
It's not my fault, okay?
I believe you, but you still gotta give me more than that.
I'm gonna have you roll to manipulate.
Oh, great. Can I intimidate instead? Is that a thing? I don't know. I can beat it out of her. I don't know.
That's kind of what this is built for. Let's go ahead and roll. Plus charm.
Oh, great.
And Rexy has the camera rolling.
Okay.
This is mixed success? That's
okay.
a minus one even.
That's an 8. So you want her to tell you the truth. She'll do it, but only if you do something for her right now to show her you mean it.
Look, I get it. But we can't help if you don't tell us who did this to you.
I don't know what her name is.
What's she look like?
Red hair, tank top, jeans, boots, tall.
Snake print?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd she do?
She wants me to help her get her book back.
Again with this damn book. It's more trouble than it's worth.
Shh. All right. Does this thing just happen to you, or does she come and make it happen?
It just happens. She tried to get me to help her find the book. I told her no, and she told me she told me she knew I was a witch, and she told me if I didn't help her that she would hurt my friends. I tried for a little bit, and then I tried to get out of it. And that's when it started.
Have you seen her since then?
Once.
When was that?
Last night.
Was that you at the school, or was that her?
I think it was me.
Okay. Good faith. We're gonna try to fix this, but we need to put you on lockdown. For you and for everybody else. Make sense?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Okay?
Okay.
All right. We're gonna get Emily out of here. And then you're gonna stay right there. And we're gonna take care of this. Emily, take the dog. Get out of here. Don't say a goddamn word to anybody. You got it?
Emily from the back sort of grabs onto Scully's collar and says, "You couldn't pay me enough to tell anybody about this."
Good. Get out of here. Go.
And she takes off. I think it takes her a little bit to get Scully to come with her, but she and the dog sort of go and head back toward the trail.
Rexy reaches into the messenger bag and pulls out a school shirt, an OSU t-shirt, and some, like, I guess, lycra bicycle shorts or something. Throws them to her.
Thanks.
And then kind of motions like all the blood.
She looks down at it and is very visibly upset. And I think in addition to that, she looks not great. She looks run down. She looks ragged. She looks like she hasn't eaten in days.
Does the food help, or do you not like it?
I can't eat it.
Yeah. We might have to figure that out too.
And then Rex will text to Sally, blood or meat? Question.
Let's try both to start. Gotta keep her alive if we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
All right. We got that cage situation set up.
Look, the hood turns to Travis.
Yeah. Should be all set. I got him taking it to the did we have a warehouse location, or we were gonna find one?
You found one.
Okay,
Rex
we
found
did
one.
end up. Yeah, that's right. Should be waiting for us.
All right, let's head there and let the others know where we're at. We need to take care of this right away.
Got it locked down. Headed to the location.
Anyone
Sally-
hurt? Question mark.
All good. Clear.
Sally, you know
Stop.
what's going on here?
Maybe. I'm gonna pipe in. Actually, I'm just gonna send this to Abby. Get that book on lockdown now.
Roger. There's no question mark. And then she'll just kind of turn to Win. Hey, do you know how to do a protection spell?
Muted. Yeah, I think I have something for that.
Okay, because we need to hide the book.
All right. Is everything okay back at the cave?
Yeah, they said everything was good.
All right. Cool.
No details, but
When are there ever details?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we'll do when we get back to the cave.
Okay.
Rex will send video images of her and the blood and everything.
Did you send the conversation?
Sure, I'll just send the whole video, compress it. First, he turns a phone into a hotspot so he has some signal, and then bounces it off, hides it under some porn or something, and then it shows up at.
Oh my God, Rex!
and then it goes bzzz and buzzes out, and then is there.
Yeah,
Did he
after
just
that,
send you?
I don't know. I don't know what I just saw.
Was this to the group chat?
No, it's probably to that. Probably just to Abby, because even when we just wait till it's on the computer.
Yeah. I just imagine I heard something coming from Abby's phone for like a split second, and then
Unreal.
After I listen to it, I'll just kind of. Did Sally sound like she knew what she was talking about? She kind of filled in the blanks before Destiny answered her.
yeah.
Right.
Sort of at the same time, Travis says, any pertinent information you'd like to share with the rest of us, Sal?
Maybe once we get her locked down, sure.
Anything we should be prepared to encounter while we try to lock her down?
She'll sort of look you square in the eye. Yeah, demons.
Great. Cool. Awesome. All right.
Rex pulls out a handful of the salt packets and points at them. Like, do they work on demons?
I feel like I can answer that question.
How does one fight demons? Google. as they're walking out of the woods.
Are you looking at my search history?
Would Sally know, like, something that would a vulnerabilities, demons being one?
What?
What an interesting thought. Does
Sally has never eaten her food with salt on it.
does the monstrous, the one that you took, does it have any particular vulnerabilities that come along with it? I don't think
It
yours did.
depends on the type, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, exorcisms probably.
Right. They're strong. They're basically invulnerable to being killed. And they suck a lot. So let's be ready.
Yeah. Fair enough. To the warehouse?
Yeah. Come on,
Okay.
Destiny. Let's get this figured out.
She just nods and kind of carrying her her bloody clothes kind of follows along.
Oh, I'm keeping her in front of me.
Okay.
Someone can go up front, and Sally's gonna take up the rear, and is still keeping the gun trained on her.
How do the four of you get to the warehouse?
The other car?
Okay.
Because wasn't it 2 cars, 2 motorcycles? Didn't we all?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember who drove what.
I'm pretty sure there were 2 cars and then the 2 bikes.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. So you take a car and drive with Destiny over to the warehouse. You get in, and Travis, you can see in this kind of main room of this darkened warehouse a large cage with a sliding front door, kind of sitting there waiting for you, with a note attached to it. You open it, And it is from Meadow, and it just says, "You owe me."
Under his breath, he says, "Yeah, sure, why not? How much else I could lose?"
What's that?
I said, I thought I read somewhere that demons didn't like wearing shoes. So they should be pretty easy to spot when, because they wouldn't be wearing any. So what's going on? Where's the demon? What do we do to lock down this place?
Warehouse.
Shoes?
Get her
Hit
in a
up a
cage.
Foot Locker?
Let's
Okay.
get her some something to eat. Keep
Yeah.
her alive. That'd be good.
Okay. That's quality. Great.
Mhm.
Miss, if you will.
Great.
I'll sit in the back with her.
In
Oh,
the
back seat.
cage?
Oh no, in the backseat of the car. I meant.
Oh,
get to the
we've
warehouse,
done
yeah.
the travel, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, get her in there.
Okay. And yeah, so I'll lock her up in the cage.
Okay. You put her on lockdown. Slide the large door shut, and lock it from the outside. And I guess begin to do whatever other preparations you would like to do.
Omaha steaks, and then what's the one you use, LB, all the time? Post something or other?
Postmates.
Delivery service?
Oh, Postmates.
Postmates to this address.
Okay, and you're putting it in, and then you get a little pop-up that's like, "Are you sure this is the correct address?"
They'll then put in a close address, something down the block that's an actual address.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you put in something of some business that's
It's another steakhouse.
down the yes, the perfect cover down the block. You put in your Postmates order for some steaks. Anything else you all are wanting to do in the warehouse now that you have her in a cage?
Y'all know.
Or are you waiting until you all converge once again?
We're gonna have to maybe ward this place too. Do y'all know how? No, never mind. I forgot.
I can ward. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can you ward the whole place so it can't be tracked down, can't be looked at, something like that?
I can certainly try. How big of an ask would it be for Travis to use magic on an
God.
entire fucking building?
I'm gonna say, let's see, there is bar place to a specific person or type of creature. I'm gonna call this, since it's very big and you're not entirely sure what you're dealing with, so you're gonna have to ward it to kind of a large group of creatures, like all demons, I think is what you're going for.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna call
Say
this
this out loud.
I'm gonna call this big magic, more like intermediate magic. So I'm gonna say you can use magic to do this, but you are going to need at least one other person to help.
What's the plan?
I am going to use big magic.
To do what?
Well, I figure whenever Abby does one of these things, she she's got this whole database of various creatures and what different magics work against them and whatnot. And yeah, I picked up a couple of that, but since I don't know exactly what type of demon we're dealing with, I figure I do kind of one of those like catch-all solutions. It's a big ask. I'm pretty great at this, but I'm not that great. So
Sally darts a look at Rexy.
who
looks
wants to
back.
help? Who wants to help me do some big magic, huh?
I thought Rexy went to get the steak.
Oh yeah, Rexy went to get the steaks.
Yeah. So not even there.
Sally.
You know, maybe that's. We might want a couple more people. Like magic's not.
It's gonna be fine.
No,
Gonna be
no,
fine. Come
I really
on.
don't think that's a good
Come
idea. Like
on.
last time, like arm just like clean broken.
Sally,
like, not.
Sally, hear me out. You were dealing with Win, who, bless his heart, is not the brightest knife in the crayon box.
You put not. Never mind.
It is a figure of speech that I've intentionally messed up for comedy. You got to keep up with me.
Got it. Continue.
You are capable. You're strong as all fucking hell.
There's that.
And you are the second smartest woman I know.
Okay.
And that's not an insult. It's just Abby is on a whole
It is
other
Abby.
level
It's
of-
just-
she's like a fucking alien.
No, come on.
He has never seen Batman. Like, who hasn't seen Batman? She lives in a literal bat cave. Anyway, you could do this. All right.
No, I really can't.
All right. Are we, am I past the insecurity part and past, like, are we to the, like, literally you are incapable of doing this?
Yeah.
Why? I've seen you do shit like this.
Because it would be a really bad idea.
You gotta give me more. You're being real vague.
Do you want me in here watching her?
Potentially.
Then you can't do that.
Travis is trying to connect the dots.
Okay.
Look, let's just wait until when an Abby get here, and then I can give everyone info, and maybe we can just bar it to this particular thing, and that would be swell.
Okay. Why am I getting the feeling like what I am trying to do is going to hurt you regardless of whether or not I am good at it?
Steak sounds really good. I mean, you want to go pick up some steak? Like that'd be great.
You are deflecting, and I'm gonna let you do that because I'm not a therapist. Okay. All right. You can have your secret for now, but it's gonna weigh you down and quite literally, in some cases, chase you down and ruin everything.
Do you know that from experience?
I have a feeling I will in, I don't know, 1 or 2 sessions time.
Sally doesn't laugh.
He does not say that. All I'm saying is sometimes running from your issues doesn't always pan out the way you want it to, but I'm not an expert. I'm not the expert. You're among, especially with me, among friends and trusted confidants.
Tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
Are we doing this right now? Like, is this really? I mean, where's Rex with those steaks, huh?
Rexy's fine.
I
Rexy
asked
knows
first.
everything.
All right, fine. All right. So I did some bad shit and the cops are after me. No surprise there. But
What kind of bad shit?
a lot, just a lot. It's really not the quality of it. It's just the quantity of it. I have sticky fingers. I have stolen from a lot of people.
You stole from the wrong person, I'm guessing.
I for sure did. I may or may not have betrayed a person who has now my ex-partner. And he has recently made a glorious reappearance in my life. And he is working with the very person trying to hunt me down. So I am trying to decide at what point I pull the plug on all of this and just exit everybody's lives here before I fuck them up as much as I have fucked up mine.
Hey.
So, yours, please, for the love of God, before I have a panic attack.
I'm not a therapist. I don't just breathe. I think just breathe.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I have been. It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Last time I just came out and said this, I got stabbed with a fork, so I'm not gonna.
Will it make you feel better if I put my knife down?
Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna just calmly put all of my weapons on the table. I don't have any forks. Okay.
Well, I guess it started with my mom. Wow, this is turning into therapy. Jesus.
There's no couch here. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
I could push together some boxes.
No, we're good.
Okay, great.
Where's Rex with the steaks? Will it help if I just like show you that I can do this and she'll just fly straight up?
Huh.
Ta-da!
Yeah, teach me that spell. That's cool. Oh, that would have come in handy.
Kind of float back down tentatively. It's not a spell.
That's not a spell. And the strength is also not a spell.
No. They call my mom Old Bess.
It's kind of on the nose.
She's a demon lord.
Huh. Okay. What idiot tried to stab a demon with a fork? Am I right? Where are the stakes? I'm sorry.
That was
I'm sorry.
That was Rexy, actually. So
Can I walk in at when who's tried to stab a demon with a fork?
Yep. So you, as you say this, Travis, who would try to stab a demon with a fork? Rex, you open the door into the warehouse and see Travis and Sally having a conversation. You hear this and you look around, and I think all of you from over on one side of the warehouse, from the back of the cage, you hear this voice going, "What the fuck is wrong with you people?"
Audience participation is closed. Thank you.
I'm gonna die.
Rexy holds up steaks.
This is
No,
how
you're
I
not.
die.
We got food. You're good.
That's
This is
great.
it.
Look, there's steak. See, everything's fine. Huh. Okay. So I imagine that this whole thing with the book then. What is
Let's
it? Mom's
No.
journal.
No, if my mom was involved, we'd already be dead. Nope. Let's just say an old friend came calling.
A lot of that going around.
Yeah, and her mom and my mom are cousins? Sure, go with that.
Why do I feel like I'm on The Real Housewives of Hell? Thank you.
And then Clack folds out a knife and cuts like a slot in the steaks, like not letting any of the blood out, and kind of like holds it out towards the cage.
Okay, you do this. You sort of cut open the bag and hold it. And I think you see Destiny get up and sort of walk toward you. And she kind of looks at the bag and she's got a kind of confused look on her face. She's like, "What? Is
Try
something
it.
supposed to happen?
Just, you're hungry, right?
I'm starving."
Try it. Don't think about it. Just try it.
Oh my gosh, I should have just gone to Georgia. And she takes the bag and sort of pulls it open where it's ripped and takes out one of the steaks and kind of sniffs it and makes this face like, ugh. And bites into it. She bites into it and rips a piece off and chews it with the look of someone who was on Fear Factor in the early 2000s. She chews it and swallows it. And she looks at you and she says, I mean, the texture is not great. But
You know, beggars can't be choosers.
I mean, it didn't turn to ash in my mouth, so there's that. And as she kind of finishes this sentence, you hear this like cracking sound. And her fist kind of closes around the steak, and she lets out this like scream of pain. And you can see along her back, her spine starts to crack and sort of bend, and her limbs start to elongate a little bit, and her teeth start to grow long into these huge, like 3-inch long fangs, and her eyes go yellow. And I think Rex, she looks up at you and goes, "Not again."
Rexy's like taking steps back with the mega taser out. The stakes he just dropped on the floor.
And with that, we're gonna take a quick break
Ah!
as Rex pulls out the mega taser. Yeah. Let us take a quick break. Thank you so much, everybody out there who has been hanging out with us, and thanks for the big old cheers out there in the chat. That was very great and wonderful, and we love you. So yeah, hold that image in your minds, and we will return in just a couple of minutes to see what happens next. Welcome back, Internet. Thank you for sticking with us as we took a break. We are just gonna jump right back in where we left off. I have nothing else exciting to say. So let us take a moment while all of these shenanigans are happening, because the music is too dramatic. We'll put it back on that one. Chill out, Roll20. Jeez. Let's take a moment as we freeze frame with Rex throwing the rest of the stakes on the ground and pulling out the mega taser, and pop into the Batcave, to the Haven, where Abby and Wynn, you have returned.
There are no bats in this cave.
So far as you know. Just kidding. Your security system would definitely see bats, probably. Let us. So what are you guys up to? What are you doing? What are you studying? What are you looking for?
We have to ward the book.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
Yep.
All right. So you go and retrieve the book from wherever it was. It is still there. Still looks to be in one piece. So you pull that out, and you would like to do, are you wanting to do some warding magic specifically on the book or the place where you are keeping it? Both? Neither?
Specifically on the book, I would say, just so we don't have to worry about if it moves.
Okay.
Ooh, also though, we can't track it.
I was thinking it might be better to do like what they did, essentially barring like whatever room you're keeping the book in from demons getting into it.
That sounds good.
Okay. So where do you want to keep it?
Keep it in Travis's room.
Okay.
It's the only like room besides the bathroom in the place.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. But hey, you can't have demons at your place now.
All right, so you go into Travis's room.
Now, is this where you have been keeping it, or is this where you
Mm-mm.
were putting it now?
This is where we are now putting it because
Okay.
the the cave is pretty much open
Mhm.
completely except for like there's like a bathroom area and stuff, and then there's Travis's room, which is right by like the elevator which goes up to you don't know where, and then
I just got this
Well,
funny image of like, well, where's the book? And then you take and like lifting up the mattress and pulling the book. I'll be like, it's been here the whole time.
No, she had it in like in a chest in her like lower library area.
Cool.
All right, so you pull the book out of the chest, take it into Travis's room, and presumably hide it. So, where do you hide it?
I left my mattress idea.
I'm down.
Under the mattress. Travis, is there anything else under that mattress?
Oh no, not there.
Probably like an uncomfortable amount of snack bags. Like, he's gonna get ants. Why does he do this?
The whole thing crinkles as we lift it
There's
up.
like a tray of like Oreos that's half finished.
It's funny because Watson comes down here and cleans.
I hide them.
I know. I know.
hate when he
That's-
cleans my snacks. I wasn't finished with those, Watson. How many times do I have to tell you?
Yeah. Yep. that
There's like a
sounds about
whole
right.
extra mattress worth of
How does-
snacks.
How does he like? It must be so loud when he gets into bed. I don't understand.
All right, no one can tell me that my room's a mess anymore.
Okay, that's fair. So, I don't know actually how to do this. So,
Yeah, I think I've got flip through book. I think I've got something in here. I probably need a few things for it. And yeah, I guess I'll just try to use magic to bar a place from demons.
Sure.
Demons.
Demons.
Yeah, I think as we're getting to this too, just like as a brief aside, when to stop and say, I was acting really weird about the thing, about the symbol. You asked about that. You caught me off guard. I actually would
Oh.
like to talk about that
oh,
once this is all over.
okay.
Probably not tonight. Actually, what time is it right now? What time is it
Is
right
it sunset?
It's not. Well, you guys went to the park at like 11
now? Yeah.
a.m. So when you waited around for a couple hours, 4 p.m.
Okay, so I got like 4 hours. All right, perfect. All right, we'll try to use magic.
Okay.
Do it.
Plus weird.
All right, don't get my bonus this time. That's a 9.
Okay.
Would you like me to help?
That might be good to see if we can get to that 10, and I don't have to worry about breaking any more arms.
Great. All right. So to help is plus cool.
Just kidding. That's not my cool is +1. Also,
Oh, it's the same thing.
yeah.
Okay. So you rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Very good. So
Sorry. Yes, I rolled a 10.
you're good. I was trying to get the roll 20 chat to come up. So yes, +1 win with no setbacks. So that will make your roll +10. So the magic works without issue. Choose your effects.
Man, I'm on a roll here. Yeah,
You're barring a place.
A place from.
Okay, to a type of creature.
Demons.
Okay. Yeah, so you sort of flip through the book that you have and are pulling out a couple of components from from your things, kind of scattering them around the room. Abby, I think the whole time kind of looking over his shoulder, like looking at a spell, and then kind of watching what he's doing, and then probably like I think Abby is going behind you and like shifting a couple of things to get them like exactly into place where you've like got them off. But so with her help, the two of you cast this spell, and around kind of the edges of the room, in the corners around the floor, and then also around the ceiling where the kind of trim where the room is, or would be, there is this brief kind of glow, and then it kind of settles back into the wall.
All right. Well, any demon that walks in here now should explode.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
that-
I don't know. That's not how it works.
I mean, I didn't want to dirty his room too much.
No, I think it's just going to be uncomfortable. They won't be able to come in
Right.
for a while. It won't last forever, but for a bit.
Uh-huh.
So what now?
Do we wait for them here, or do we go back to the warehouse?
Oh, we should call them.
Okay. I'm just gonna give Ajax an update, and so why don't you shoot them a text? I'll send an email.
Cool. I send them a text message saying, "Books secure. How's it going?"
All your phones beep. Those of you that are in the warehouse, as Rex sort of holds out the Meg Taser with shaking hands toward this sort of slowly changing figure that is in the cage. Oops. What do? You do anything? You just leave her in the cage.
And Rexy's letting the phone buzz.
Let's see if this holds.
Yeah. I feel like this wasn't like rated for this sort of containment, but if it is, I will leave a very glowing review with Meadow.
Rexy kicks the rest of this box of steaks over next to
Okay.
the cage.
Okay. Yeah, I think this transformation sort of happening. I think you can see again. It's almost as if her spine is kind of elongating and then like hunching over, which is kind of forcing her to go down onto all fours. Her arms and legs kind of extending out, and these long kind of claws, like almost like her fingernails, are extending out and kind of pointing a couple of inches out from her hand, are growing. She grows these huge kind of fangs, and the front of her face starts to like protrude almost in kind of a snout. And this happens. She still looks kind of like Destiny, but this kind of hunched over, kind of elongated form, and her eyes have gone this yellow, and sort of she has looked to you, and looked like she was gonna say something else, and then she blinks. So she opens her eyes. You can see her eyes have gone this total yellow color, and they now have, when she opens them again, these vertical pupils, almost like snake's eyes. And she lets out this low growl, and as you kick the stakes to her, she kind of looks toward you, looks towards them, and you can hear this like loud like sniffing and snorting sound, and she goes over and scoops them up off the ground and just starts like shoveling them into her mouth.
Rexy spares a moment to look over at Sal, like,
Just keep it trained on her, and we'll see if that holds. Can someone that's not holding a taser check that message and make sure maybe they're on their way? We can figure this out.
Sure. They locked up the book. Good, great, okay, cool. Book locked up. What now?
Well, we gotta keep her in here so she doesn't eat anyone, and we gotta track down the bitch that did this to her.
Your cousin?
Second cousin? Sure,
Once-
we'll
once
go with
removed,
that.
twice
Once removed,
removed.
something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. How you doing over there, Rex?
The buzzy voice says, FOMO, want to check my phone. Scared.
It's all right, man. We got you covered.
Okay.
They locked up the book. It's okay.
Okay.
As you're having this conversation, very quickly over the course of that conversation, the stakes are gone. And you can see, I think Destiny's kind of hunched over and with these long claws kind of tearing at the bag and the box. These had come in just looking for like anything else that's in there. And when she realizes, I think there's nothing in there, she kind of kicks it to one side and starts to kind of scramble over to one side of the cage, and is kind of holding onto it, like pulling at the bars.
Can I use the scythe and just like whack her claws? Like, no! Stop it!
Yeah. Boy, it doesn't really feel like kick some ass. Oh, jeez. Can you
Manipulate someone?
That's what I was gonna say, and then that felt silly, but I think that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay,
yeah,
this
can
is
you
gonna
roll
go
to
wonderfully.
manipulate someone?
Gonna be great.
Sure.
Give
I
me
will
great.
say the because the options like they'll do it like the mixed success, which is what most people end up rolling when it says like they'll do it for the right reasons or like you have to show them you mean it. That doesn't have to always be the nice option. Yeah, rolling plus charm.
9.
Perfect. So yeah, so you tell her what you want to do, which is back up. She'll do it if you do something for them right now to show them that you mean it.
Oh, I mean it. Scythe, back. Get back in there. We'll get you more. Just get back. Mm-hmm.
You pop her across the knuckles a couple of times. And I think she, with this like this kind of protruded snout, she kind of gets very close to the bars and sort of snarls a little bit, and then lets go and kind of backs up.
Can we get more steak? Big box, like holiday special, like something.
I'm sure we could. Too scared.
Travis, you know anyone at a meat market?
I'm sure I can figure it out. Turf and Turf coming right up.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And yeah, Travis will make a make a call for just a lot of steak.
All right, Travis signs the warehouse up for a Boston Market gift box. Yeah, I'm positive that you can work something out here, Travis. Let's see. You have a butcher contact or?
I mean, this isn't even that sinister. I think he just loves food too much that of course he knows a guy. Like,
That's
I think that
nice.
makes sense. Like, it's not like make a body disappear. It's like, hey, every now and again, I just really like a good steak, you know?
I love that. Yeah, so you call up a friend of yours that the owner of a locally owned butcher shop and meat market, and you just gonna buy some steaks, or are you trying to? How much money
Yeah.
do you have? Because that
I
shit's
mean,
expensive.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna put it on the Abby account.
My dad
All
never
right.
checks his bank statement. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so you pull out a copy of one of Abby's dad's credit cards that you have. Boy, you just willed that into existence. That's not going to come back to bite me in the ass later or anything. I love it. Yeah, and you put in a large order for which your local business owner friend is very grateful. And he says he'll package some things up for you if you want to come pick them up. Unless you want them to be delivered to an abandoned warehouse.
I think I'm going to be a little more inconspicuous than that, and I'm going to maybe meet him a block or two down in a slightly more appropriate, less memorable area.
Sure.
Something. Yeah, having a. We're kind of doing like a high-end dinner night. Yeah, it's we felt like feeling fancy tonight, you know. You know.
I know. Is there anything for you, Trev?
Thanks, brother.
My best customer. I don't know why he's from Boston, but I guess he is.
He's Boston Market.
It's Boston Market. Yep. Okay. This is Tony, who runs
so
Boston
sorry.
Market downtown. It was a Boston transplant.
I have ruined the integrity of this game.
No, I think you've made it better and more diverse. And I'm a big fan of it. All right, Tony, the Boston Market guy, is gonna send his son in the truck with your
Anthony Jr.
Yep. Your
I'm gonna mute.
No, you're doing amazing. Never change. Yeah, he's gonna send his son in the
Don't
truck with a.
encourage me.
I have to. It's not like I plan anything for these games. Yeah, he's gonna send his son with your many steaks and maybe like a Boston butt or two. And he'll be there in about 45 minutes.
Did Savvy break Rob or did Rob break himself? I don't know.
Listen, I just put you guys in the situations and then I let you
Who's
break
to
yourselves.
say? Honestly, who's to say?
Yeah, steaks are ordered. That happened, and it was great. Put this guy in my notes because he's gonna come back. Tony and Tony's Boston Market. That's in the universe now. It's on paper. All right. Food on the way. Anything else you guys would like to do while you're there?
I guess try and one-handed, very awkwardly try to text the other two. Like, could you use some backup, please? Backup?
Do
Do like
we
3
need
texts in a
anything?
row from Sally.
Do we need anything from the lair?
And Rex. Oh, Rex already sent you video of the monster, right?
No, just of her
No.
and her bloody
Oh.
clothes.
Then Rex will very scaredly click on the Google glasses, so you can see like the taser and the shaking,
I'm
and the
not-
monster beyond in the cage.
I'm not
I-
convinced that Rex is just a cyborg.
Rex, since you're kind of yeah, because the taser only goes so far. Since you're kind of up close and personal, trying to kind of hold your composure to take this video, I'm gonna have you roll to act under pressure.
Sounds great.
Plus, you have a hood on, right?
Yeah,
How would Google Glasses work with that?
because it's a hood. It's not. It doesn't come down, so I
Oh,
can't
I-
see.
Okay.
It's a.
I'm thinking of that picture.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like it's like here. It's like completely over space. Okay.
And that is cool.
It is.
All right. Submit. Hey, woo, me.
Okay.
9.
Yeah, so you're able to you get the glasses on and put your hand back on your taser and record a short video. The quality's not great based on it's a little Cloverfield. It's a little shaky cam in here, and the lights are kind of dim. So I think you get sort of a brief kind of shot that you can send to Abby and Wynn. So Abby and Wynn, you receive this this video. It's not great, but it's definitely not Destiny in there.
Do I, now that I have a better picture of it, can I try and cross reference and see if I can like put a name to it?
Sure. Absolutely. Let's have investigate a mystery.
Sure, so lutely.
That's something
Okay.
I would say.
Uh-huh.
Fabtabulous.
All right.
You guys know I don't think about things before I say them.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
You
did, we would
don't-
have Tony and Tony's Boston Market.
You don't think about things before
That's a
you
10.
Okay. God, and we have the new investigate a mystery on 10 plus, so you can ask 2 general questions or 1 specific question. And I will
What
tell you
sort of
honestly with
creature?
good detail.
What creature is it?
Okay. That seems appropriate for this scenario. So you both receive this video, and you look at it and you start to sort of cross-reference this list that you had already put together. I think you and Wynn had put together a pretty long list, and we're kind of knocking things off as you go. And there is one thing I think that once you see the name and like the little notations that you and Wynn had kind of made outside it all kind of clicks into place, and you realize what this is. This particular creature is a type of Striga.
Strega?
So you can, the 2 of you, I think as soon as this clicks into place, can kind of pull out the information that you have on these creatures. You know a couple of things about these. They are, Striga are some of the oldest mythological creatures around. They were originally based in Romania, which is where a lot of the mythology comes out of. There are 3 different kinds. These are the monsters that most other monster myths are built upon. Striga are where myths of vampires come from. They're where some of werewolves come from. Lots of different things. But they all of the different types share one sort of specific, or two specific characteristics. They were all once human. And while they can eat meat and other things, they can only sustain their lives on human blood.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh. These things are powerful, right?
I've heard the name. Is-
Yeah.
I don't know much else.
They're creatures from Romanian lore. They're basically the creatures that all other creatures came from, like evolved from, changed into. Which means if a werewolf is a watered down version of this, then they're really powerful.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, I don't think that they can be changed back. It's not like a werewolf that has a curse, it's like a vampire.
Yeah. So, lifetime supply of blood. Human
I mean,
blood.
I have a couple packs here.
You think a couple packs is going to be enough?
That might help.
Well, I think we've got a bigger problem though. And whoever did this, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. How on earth was that? I know that all these things started as people, but I'm not certain how they became Stragas.
Yeah.
So I'll give you one other thing, Abby, as you're having this conversation and kind of digging into this question, because you did roll a little good. There are 3 different types of Striga. There are the Strigoi Mort, which are sort of the basis for vampires. If anyone's interested in that, they're the basis of also popular vampire stories, such as Bram Stoker's Dracula. and things like that. There is the Strigoi Vu, which are sort of powerful magical beings whose use of magic has warped their bodies over time. But the most common of the Striga is the Strigoika, which, according to the information that you have in front of you, was said in the myths in old Romania to be the form of a human woman who sold her soul to the devil.
Oh.
So this often resulted in the black magic sort of contorting her into a monstrous form with a wolf-like muzzle, long fangs, a hunched back, and elongated limbs that forced her to move on all fours. And as you read along, there is sort of some information about what people did to get rid of them.
Which would be
As you scroll along, and a lot of this is from sort of folklore and things like that. You sort of pull these stories out of your research manuals. So the stories go that Strigoika cannot be harmed by traditional weapons, that they can be cut by silver, but it will not kill them. There is a legend, and it's almost sort of like an old scary story that would be told to like two children to get them to behave, that if they didn't behave, that the Striga would sneak in through their window at night and take them and eat them. But to get rid of them, they said that families, to protect their children, would create these dolls stuffed with hemlock and drive a silver nail through their head, and that if it could be used as a decoy, that if the Striga ate that instead of the child, it would kill it. Whether or not that's true, you don't know. And then finally, the book that you have sort of mentions that there are accounts out there, since there are so few accounts of sort of encounters with Striga and human in which they both survive. There's very little writing on it, but there are a couple of writings out there about attempts to reverse the process, but no successful attempts that you can find.
That's what I was concerned about.
I mean, I guess we can ask her what she wants to do, but I'm assuming she'd rather us try than, stuff her full of hemlock.
Just in case, I have some stuffed animals that we could use. I mean, I can't make a doll, is what I'm saying.
All right, yeah.
All right, I'll be right back, I guess.
Okay, well, I'll be here. I won't leave without you. It's your car anyway.
Abby's she'll like get to the elevator and like, I mean, you can come with me if you want. I'm just gonna go up to my room.
Yeah, I'm dying to see this.
Okay. All right. We close the gate, take the elevator up. The gate opens, and then Abby kind of has to push a wall open, and we're in like a walk-in closet that just has all of her clothing in it. And then through the door is a bedroom that's probably the size of the living room in your like frat house. She has a 4-poster bed with like girly like stuff on the top with like lace and stuff, and there's actually quite a bit of tech in here as far as like tablets and that sort of thing. And there's a couch that's like sort of a L-shaped couch that has a bunch of stuffed animals and blankets and stuff on it. There's a duvet near the window, and that's a bay window that she can sit in and read. And so she's gonna just go over to the couch and and it's pristine, by the way. It is spotless. And she's gonna grab one of the stuffed animals and then put it down, and then kind of think, and then grab one of the other stuffed animals and hold it, and then like turn back to you. What?
It's just like poking around at stuff.
Don't.
Oh, sorry. It's nice. You know who else had a hidden entrance to their secret cave?
Who?
Batman.
There are no. It's fine. You know, I'll get to it someday. Okay. I'll watch it. Maybe when this is over, we can get everyone together and we'll watch Batman.
That does sound that sounds fun. I'm just processing all of this for later. Okay, yeah, we should go.
Okay. And then we go back in. The door has closed, and it looks like there's no. Just looks like a wall. And then she'll just like push her fingers in something and pull it back, and it's the gate, and pulls the gate open. You can't tell anyone about this.
Probably should have specified that before. That's a lot of
Why?
pink.
My mom has ideas of what she wants her daughter to be like.
Yeah. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I won't tell anyone.
Thank you.
You don't tell anyone about the hand thing.
Of course.
Okay. Then yeah, we're square.
All right. We'll go back down, grab some hemlock, grab a silver. I have a silver scalpel. Put that through the head.
So the nail is in there, and it's got to eat the nail and the thing.
I think it's an all-in-one thing. That's why I grabbed one of the smaller ones.
Okay.
And like I pull all the stuffing out and put the hemlock in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's plan B? Okay, so we're doing this in case she attacks us and wants to, is like self-defense.
Well, there's been no documentation that they can be saved, right?
Yeah.
So if she gets out, if she is more danger than we can contain, we need a backup plan.
I get that. I'd still like to try to find a not killing option, considering she didn't choose
Right.
for this to happen. I mean, working with magic and stuff, but I'm sure nobody read the fine print to her.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I agree. I don't think that we should kill her, but I don't know where we could keep a creature like that.
I don't know. I don't have any good answers there either. I'm just stating my preferences.
Yeah.
Plus, where are we going to get a bunch of hemlock to stuff this thing with? I mean, the odds of somebody having that are like astronomical, right? That's got to be hard to find.
Is it something that I would have around?
I hope it is. Otherwise, this joke's not going to land.
Yeah, right. I have a magic laboratory. All kinds of weird ingredients, tools useful for casting spells.
That does make sense. Hemlock, not exactly native to Georgia.
I don't know if my armory would also apply for this, because it does apply for items and not just weapons. Monster kill. You have a stockpile of mystical and rare monster killing weapons and items. So
I'm gonna say between the two of you and what you sort of have access to, you can probably gather up enough of this, because it's used in other kinds of spell casting and things like that. So between the two of you, you have enough. That's gonna be all of it to make this one thing. So you're gonna have to.
Otherwise, we'll just use hemlock to kill everything from now on. It's
know,
super
right?
easy.
It is poisonous. But yeah, I think you can gather enough to stuff this doll. That's it. So if you need it for anything else, you're gonna have to find some more.
So smash cut of us getting all that, and then when going, well, I take that back.
And then we get in the car and head towards the. Oh, I grabbed 3 packs of blood.
Okay. how much blood do you usually keep on
Probably
hand
about
in the infirmary? do you
five.
think? 5. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. So you take about half your supply. With the put them in a bag, a cooler.
Like a lunch bag, like a
Okay.
lunch pail.
Lunchbox?
Lunchbox with a ice pack. I'll have Watson send it down.
Okay.
Is
yeah.
it a Hello Kitty lunchbox?
No, it's Blackpink.
I won't say anything.
It's fine. Everyone's gonna see it.
Mhm.
All right, so you pack up the blood in your lunchbox, and you take this doll stuffed with hemlock with a silver scalpel driven through its head, a sort of horrible sight, and you start to head toward the warehouse. You are making your way there. You'll be there shortly. Travis, you have gone to pick up your meat box. This is good. You go get your lunchbox, and Tony Jr. Drops the delivery off for you, and you have a nice conversation about how everything is going and how his girlfriend is, and it's all very good. And you head back with a large box of steak to Sally and Rex, and everybody's there, and it's great. You're all at the warehouse with a weird doll and a lunchbox full of blood and a giant box of steaks.
Hey, who wants
hey.
steak?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure the monstrous thing in the cage wants
Um,
all of the steak.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to lighten them. All right.
And Wynn and
so-
Abby, as you walk in, you hear this sort of horrible growling coming from the cage, and you see this sort of contorted version
Wow.
of Destiny.
So, she's a Strega, more specifically a Stregoga, and they feed off of blood.
We got that one figured out. We've got this far. So,
Is Rex okay?
hey, I'm
Been holding this the whole time.
Yeah,
think-
their arms are getting a little tired, I think.
Yeah, just go ahead and put it down for a second, okay?
As they do, they back away.
Abby's gonna have her lunch pail. She's gonna hold it to herself so that not everyone can see what's on the front of it. And she'll go, and she'll unzip it and take one of the bags and kind of toss it in the cage.
Okay. I think as soon as you unzip it and reach in for the bag, I think the growling, it goes quiet in the warehouse, I think, 'cause the growling stops, and you see as Destiny has sort of locked on to you and is sniffing.
Abby's gonna lift it up and go, "Is this what you want?"
I think you see her kind of almost running, even in this small space, up to the edge of the cage, kind of pressing up against the
Okay,
bars.
you have to be good. You have to be good. And she'll hand it forward.
Okay, there's this this large clawed hand that kind of reaches through and just snatches it. And she takes it in her hand and just crunches down on it, so her nails kind of pierce into the bag. And she eats it like a gusher.
Like a Capri Sun.
Yeah, just drinks it like a Capri Sun. And sort of squeezes the last kind of bits out of the bag, and there's this kind of gross slurping sound as she drinks it and then drops the bag
like
on
a
the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a gusher.
as you do.
Yeah.
That's how I eat my gushers. I don't know about you.
I mean,
Well, it's
I know.
on the outside, and then it's
Yeah.
got filling in it. But then I was like, she probably wouldn't eat the plastic, so
It was
Um,
evocative.
thanks. It made an impact. That's all I care about. And as she does it, she kind of sorts it down, and then she drops the sort of the outer bag on the ground, and I think you can see her like shoulders moving, like she's breathing really heavily, and then you hear this sort of popping sound as she almost starts to stand up on her back legs, and her spine starts to kind of pop back into place, and she starts to shrink down, her nails and fangs and snout kind of retracting. She turns kind of back into her human form.
Oh, good. Well, I guess we just need to determine how often she needs to eat and then get a supply of blood, and I mean, I hope that works.
Yeah, it's
So, I don't know what you know, but so you were cursed, right? You were turned into this by that demon chick.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at bedside manner yet, but I don't think it's something that we can reverse.
She told me she'd turn me back.
If what?
I killed the rest of them.
I'm sorry, the rest of who?
The group, the witches, the coven,
Oh.
Emily, and the rest. She kind of looks up to you, Sally, I think, and she says, I saw her last night.
And she told you that?
She was blackmailing me. She wanted this fucking book back. I told her I didn't know where it was, and she told me she'd make me find it. I tried to help for a little bit, and then I tried to get out of the deal. Big mistake. I don't know that
You made a deal.
much magic. Yeah, she told me she'd kill me if I didn't. What was I supposed to do? Anyway, I tried to get out of it, and obviously she found out, because now this is happening. But she showed up again last night, and she said if I talked to the rest of the coven and I found out what they knew, and then I killed them because, loose ends and all that she'd turn me back.
Do we think she can do that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we need to determine what demon it is, right? And then we can hunt them down and we can banish them back to the hells.
We can force her to reverse this, and then banish her, and then that
Cool.
kind of solves everything.
Her name is Angola.
Really?
How do you know that?
Let's just say she's my cousin.
She's what?
Look. I know her name. And I know who her mom is.
Okay. Demons have moms?
Some of them.
This second, third cousin?
Sure.
Oh. Oh. Okay, well, now we know the demon's name, right? We can use it to summon it, trap it, and send it back. Right?
Hope so.
I mean, that sounds like a plan to me. Do we know where they are or how to find them?
Well, obviously she was here last night.
In town.
We also know what she wants.
Why does she want all those the people dead though? They don't have the book.
They failed her.
Oh.
Maybe we do what we tried to do with this one. Set a trap, use the book, bait.
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, the book is powerful, right? We don't want it anywhere near this demon.
Yeah, I mean, not like the actual book, but kind of like the same thing we did last time.
Yeah.
Just, with me knowing that I'm running around with a fake book.
Okay. Where we do that?
I don't
Look,
know.
there's no safe way of doing that without putting everybody in danger.
And it's kind of the job, isn't it?
Maybe I can reach out to her.
Wait, you talk to her?
Maybe I could.
Well, I mean, we could set up a place, use a devil's trap, right? Okay, and then you lure her there, and then we capture her, and she can't do anything about it, right?
Hopefully.
Okay, and then we ask her to, we tell her to turn Destiny back, or we're going to unsummon her.
We tell her to turn Destiny back, or we burn the book.
Mm. Yeah, she wants
yeah.
that book back.
Yeah.
I like that plan. I like it a lot. We just need to catch her so she doesn't have any options and ways to get out of it.
Okay. Well,
That's a lot of steps.
why don't we bring her here? Why don't you tell her that we have the book? Why don't you tell her that you have the book and you want to do a handoff? And we'll lead her here and trap her. If you're comfortable with that.
I think it's the best option we've got.
And are we sure any trap we have will hold her?
Well, I mean, it's well documented in Christian mythology that certain items work, certain sigils to trap like a demon circle sort of thing. Wait. Are demons and devils different things? Because I know in D&D they are, and it gets really confusing.
Are they in this world too, Keeper?
What's a D and what's a D&D?
Oh, it's a really fun game. You should try it.
Yeah, they are sort of different. I'm gonna say for our purposes, all hellspawn come from the same general place, but they are
Hell.
different. Yeah, hell. They are not hells, not multiple hells. Good job, you get a gold star. Yeah, there are lots of creatures that I think, at least a lot of mythology and stuff say come from hell. I think there are different types. So I'll classify demons as one thing and devils as another.
Well, look, her mom is Hecate.
Is that a demon's name?
Going by D&D, it's a goddess.
Rex definitely plays D&D, right?
Of course.
At least on a computer game.
Why does everyone know about this game but me?
And some of you will also recognize Hecate from Greek mythology.
Is this like a new game? Did it just come out or something? Am I behind? Is it on like the Xbox? I only have the PlayStation.
No, I'll show you sometime. It's fine.
All right.
Now I'm just imagining the whole group gets together and plays D&D without Win.
Oh, we would not.
Never. We'd give him the cards and be like, here, this
Yeah.
is
You can play a barbarian.
At some point, though, Neverwinter Nights, Tomb of Annihilation, all the computer versions of D&D start popping up on your like Steam wish list or Xbox
This is
Mhm.
good.
list.
Oh, next time you guys have downtime, we're doing the group plays D&D. Yes. Anyway, continue.
Then we get sucked into the game and yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
yes.
Wow, spoilers.
Come on.
So that's the plan, or is she too powerful for that?
I don't.
Can't know unless we try, right?
Technically, she's a fury.
A
She's got-
fury?
Anger problems.
Like the people that dress up as
That's
wolf?
a furry.
Wow, perfectly executed.
And hence now furry pictures are showing up on Travis's phone.
Yeah, right.
okay. I didn't. This is not what I asked for.
Just sending you a whole Sonic Box links. Like,
Oh God,
Yep, just boom, boom, boom.
children. Guys, can we please focus?
Sorry. Look, I knew her a long time ago. She has power.
I'm sure that Davian has something for it. We can probably get some grimoires and stuff back at his place and do some
What if we
spell
just-
research.
What if we just destroy the book? Then what? We don't have to lure her anywhere. We just show her it's gone.
Somehow I feel like that would piss her off more.
And then what about Destiny?
I don't know if Destiny can be helped.
Oh,
I mean, not
yeah.
like cured.
I do
Hell
think from the
heck no.
cage you just hear, "I'm right here."
I'm sorry. This is a very echoey warehouse.
Listen, if we have the opportunity to try, though, I mean, we can always destroy the book if this doesn't work. But
Okay.
I think it's
Sally,
a
are
good
you okay
plan.
with that?
I'm really not good at lying. Just throwing it out there. Okay. What do I say? What am I saying? What am I saying?
Why don't we do this? Can you send a text?
Something like that.
We can workshop it, write it together. Send it. You don't have to actually be on the phone.
It's more of a phone call,
Okay.
but not through a phone.
Oh.
Oh.
So what do I say? It's like the most nervous you've ever seen Sally.
You know, the best lies, just keep it simple.
Yeah.
You got the book. You want to make a trade. Meet us here. Or wherever you want to do this. Here, there. And just hang up after that. That's it.
That's good. That's good.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hey, you are super strong. You totally got this.
Now, do we want to just go ahead and pop this off right now, or do we need to do any prep for it? Do you need anything from your?
I gotta go get something from my house.
Okay, we'll set up the trap.
Okay, Rex was about to say something like that. At some point, he does text out book equal leverage, leverage equal staying alive, question marks.
Yeah. Succinctly put.
Okay. Do you want someone to go with you?
Rexy, you want to come?
95% of this game is us splitting the party.
It's great. This game is kind of built for that, which is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Um,
You guys are doing amazing.
Can I take the car to go grab some things
sure.
while we're getting set up?
Yeah. Travis, just you and me.
It's like old times.
Oh, she's gonna pull him like to the side a little bit. So, don't bring any demons back to your place. I kind of warded your room.
First of all, thank you, I think. I feel like you're trying to protect me. Second of all, what situation would you think that I would be in where I'm bringing a demon back to my room?
I don't know what your sexual life is like. You never talked to me about it. So,
Can you have sex with a demon and live?
I mean, there can be
Sally just yells back, yeah.
there can be a lot of situations where it could be partial demon or something like that.
Nice. Sorry, what were we talking about? Warding. Yes, don't do that.
Also,
Got
I
it.
put the book in your room.
What? Okay, now I know you weren't trying to protect me. What the fuck?
Okay, two things. One, I'm sorry it's the only room besides the bathroom that's actually in the Haven. Two, why do you have so many like crackers and chips and stuff under your mattress?
I get peckish. Why'd you put a demon book under my mattress?
It's not a demon book, it is a spell
Okay,
book.
why'd you put a book that a demon wants under my mattress?
Because there is nowhere else to hide it in there that you won't find it.
Oh, nowhere else to hide it. In your fucking bat cave. Nowhere else.
I had to ward a room, okay? There are 2 rooms in the basement, one of which is a bathroom, and I'm sorry, okay?
I'm glad taking a big old fucking Monster Hunter shit is more important than my well-being.
I have made you more safe.
Fine. Whatever.
I mean, you can always just come and crash in my room.
No. All right. I will be fine. I'm safe, allegedly.
Are you okay?
No. You put a demon book under my bed.
Yes, you're not there right now. I'm sorry. Do you want me to move it?
No, it's fine. As long as she can't get it, I guess.
Okay. I feel like you're under a lot of pressure right now. I'm not certain why, but yeah. I'm sorry if I made it worse.
It's all right. It's all right.
Do you want an Oreo?
Do you have Oreos?
Yeah. She goes into her bag and pulls out an Oreo and puts it in his hand.
Thank you.
Munch.
I'm going to say that Abby, I'm going to make this a stance. Abby always has snacks on her because she knows how Travis gets.
That tracks, I think.
I love it. Mom,
Have an
I'm
Oreo.
hungry. Mom, I'm hungry.
Travis, you're not you when you're hungry.
Hangry. He gets hangry.
All right, so we split up. The 2 of you, Travis and Abby, are setting up a devil's trap. I assume. I'm going to have you do some magic here. I think to see how well this is set up. We can call this a use magic, unless either one of you has a move for trapping something or lying in wait or anything like that. I don't know what you guys can do.
No, I can open any magical lock. So, I mean, if you
need to let the demon out.
Well, if you think the skeleton key could then also be used to close any magical lock, I don't know that it would be used in that way. I don't know.
It's an interesting
I'm
thought.
being facetious, but like,
It's kind of an
you
interesting
want
thought,
to.
though.
Yeah, I mean,
Assign a risk to it.
Hold,
opens
please.
any magically sealed lock is really only information it gives me.
I will say, if you want to help, so I'm gonna have one of you roll to use magic, which I am assuming is gonna be Abby.
Isn't a win left too? Shit. Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
this is fine.
It's all you.
It's all good.
So we'll have you roll that, and if you succeed, then none of this matters. You don't do
That's a
that.
6.
Okay,
Oh,
that's 6.
no.
So I will say, Travis, you can. I'll give you the option. You can roll to help or interfere. Don't have to interfere because it's already a fail. You can roll to help just straight out, which is a plus cool roll, and take whatever that is. You can roll to help with your sharp, which I think is your better stat, to be able to use this skeleton key in a way that it is not normally used. But there might be some consequences later down the line for trying to manipulate it and use it for its unintended purpose. So essentially, you can roll the regular roll with your +1 to cool, or you can roll with a +2.
I don't think Travis would necessarily know about whether, like, what kind of. I mean, he picked this thing up at some point. He was not bestowed it by Nocturnal for becoming a nightingale. Like, he just fucking picked this shit up. Here we go. That's an 11.
Woo!
Consequences be damned.
Damn, son. All right,
Yes.
so that will we'll say that'll bump Abby up to a partial success. And yeah, because this thing is magical. So I'm gonna say, for that, you guys succeed, just succeed on what you have done. You, Abby, you get ready to cast a spell, and Travis, as you are helping to sort of set up this this devil's trap in the warehouse, what do you imagine the skeleton key looks like?
I think it. I have always pictured it's like this big, like kind of like a It almost looks like a totem, like it's got carvings all over it. Like it's probably about the length of this in my hand.
Okay.
And it's not a lockpick in the traditional sense because it's used to open magically sealed locks. And so I feel like it's got like carvings and markings all up it that sort of like glow when they detect magic, and maybe I can kind of use, like, essentially I'm casting a spell and using it as like a spell focus
Yeah.
to like target a lock. So yeah, I'm picturing this like very ancient looking, essentially magical item, like not even like really a tool. It's just like a totem.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, you, Abby, you get ready to. You're starting to set this up. You draw out the devil's trap with Travis kind of in the background helping, and then Travis, as she is doing this, essentially drawing a large magical lock on the ground. You feel this. You just keep this in your pocket or something. I mean, you have it with you, so.
More or less. It's in like
Okay.
my inner jacket pocket where I'll like pull it out because I
Okay.
often like it's kind of become like a ritual, right? When I'm around a lock, I like, you know, I'll pull it out and I'll sort of like scan with it, like, and just kind of like see if I'm detecting any magic. Which
Okay.
is kind of a part of the process.
I love it. So as you you stand on the outskirts of this devil trap that Abby is setting up, as she kind of draws the final runes in place, you feel this like heat from that pocket where you keep the skeleton key from the inside of your jacket. You feel it like this warmth, like it's heating up.
Okay.
You reach in and sort of look, and there is this faint kind of glow, just like dark, almost like purple kind of glow coming from your pocket.
All right. I'll pull it out.
Okay. You pull the skeleton key out and kind of hold it in your hands, and it's warm. It starts to get hot. It's not burning your hand or hurting you. You can feel this like heat coming off of it and this purple light, and it starts to like shake, almost like pulse a little bit, and it kind of pulls your hand toward the devil's trap, and you hold it out, and there is this like this one pulse of purple light that kind of expands out over the devil's trap and then kind of settles into the runes, and both of you see a few of these runes move on the floor where you've written them. They turn to a couple of them. There are these extra lines that are added. A couple of them that were kind of off-center correct themselves. And then the heat goes away and the glow subsides.
Ding my magic now.
I didn't know I could pull it off. I've never tried to seal anything with this.
That's the
Neat.
lockpick thing, right?
Hell yeah.
I guess it works in reverse too.
Look
I
at
mean,
me
I
go. I mean,
A key can lock and unlock a door, so that
could
makes
just
sense.
be me picking up some extra magic.
I'm totally sure that's what it is. Abby sends a Snapchat, a picture of it to Sally, letting her know exactly where it is, and just at the very bottom says, "You should probably avoid it."
Noted.
All right. Perfectly formed devil's trap in place and Sally warned. Win, where are you at?
I wanted to like drive as quickly as I could back home to grab two things.
Okay.
One is I go running through and go, bye Davian, and kind of hold on, and I go and I root around in my sock drawer and I pull out that red book that that Belial got for me like so many sessions ago, and I tuck that in my back pocket, and then I go kind of running into the other room where Davian is. We have anything for demons?
Demons.
Yeah, like trapping, containing, fighting, stabbing, demon fighting things.
I mean, the generally accepted strategy is to run from them.
What if running's not an option?
Oh dear. Your weekends are getting more and more stressful.
Right.
Let me take a look. And he sort of goes and kind of roots around in the kind of large bookshelf that is on the wall, and in between two of these kind of large leather-bound books, he pulls out this very thin, just impossibly thin little small book that he kind of flips through, and hands to you, and he says, "If worst comes to absolute worst, use the incantation in here."
Like an exorcism?
More or less.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks. I'm just gonna do a quick run once through in your armory, and then I'm gonna go.
All right.
I promise I'll bring it back. And I'd like to try to use the armory to see if we have. It's monster killing stuff. I don't know about like killing. I was looking to see if like demon handcuffs or like
Sure.
holy rope or something like that.
Okay. Yep.
um,
You have a roll for this. I don't know what it is,
I
but
do.
you
It's
have
a
one.
it's a weird roll. And I think my last thing was a use magic, so I think I did the plus
I don't
one.
know
on
that
this
you've
one.
done anything else today.
I did. I've alternated, but I think that last one was. That's a 9.
It looks just like this. Okay. What happens on a partial?
On 7 to 9, you have it, but only the minimum.
Okay.
So like a Chinese finger trap, but for demons.
You were looking for, let's see, restraints. I'll say you don't have like a full set of like cuffs or anything. You have a length of about 3 feet of chain, which is supposedly been blessed.
Supposedly. All right. Does it say supposedly on like the tag on the index card
Yeah,
for
the
it?
tag says supposedly blessed.
It's the
Oh.
Kirkland blessed
No,
chain.
you have a sort of length of loose but holy iron chain.
All right, close enough. Just kind of sling that over my shoulder, and then I go running back out, and I say, "I'll bring this right back."
All right, have a good night.
Slam.
There is just this one shot of Davy, and as you leave, it's like, I suppose I'll just reschedule our lesson for tomorrow. And he like goes to his calendar and is like moving things around on it, just looking very disappointed.
Okay. As we're driving, I do check check the clock. What time is it right now?
Oh my gosh. It hasn't been that long. I'll say it's 5:30.
5:30. Okay. I just I just send a text, not while driving, before I start driving.
Okay.
Send a text to Katie and just be like, "Looking forward to our date."
Okay, you get a text back, and it's the little blushing smiley face.
All right, so now she knows I didn't forget. And I start driving back. Very
Nailed
quick.
it.
benefit of this is, I'm sorry, at least the girl you're dating kind of knows that you do this. You can be like, hey, demon,
Yeah.
see you soon.
Yeah.
All right. So you drive back to the warehouse, and finally, our last scene for the night. Sally and Rex. You head back to fetch some things from Sally's apartment. What are you fetching?
That ancient old cup from the back of
Mhm.
the closet.
Okay. Does Rex know you have this stuff? I mean, they do now. But
Probably not the cup.
okay.
Rex doesn't know what it is anyway, so I mean, she could grab anything and he'd
It's
be like,
a
yes.
weird, ancient, sort of vaguely stained red goblet of some kind. Anything else?
They just think it's metal. They're like,
Awesome. Anything else?
Let's see. I have the scythe. I have Abby's shotgun. My big old sword isn't silver, so I don't know how much help it's gonna be. Yeah, that's exactly what she has. She's the big fucking anime
The
sword.
Buster
It's
Sword?
Great. Yeah, I think that's it. So now she's got her a cup too.
Okay. And you want to take this back to the warehouse and do it there? Or
Thoughts, Rexy? Do I do this now, or do I do it with everyone around?
Thought it was the plan.
I do it now.
No, there.
Do it with everyone around. All right, let's go there. Cool.
all right, so you take the goblet back to the warehouse where everyone convenes with all of your things. And Sally, you make a call.
Can you all like kind of, I don't know, turn your back or something? It's fine. She'll.
Abby turns around.
Does anyone else, or do you all just watch?
Rexy turns around, but then leans with their phone so that they can see,
Sneaky.
switch the camera.
She'll go ahead. She'll cut the inside of her arm this time. Nowhere vital, but enough to fill the cup and tune in to Ange.
Okay. You fill this goblet up with blood from your arm, and the surface of it is still for a moment. And as you focus in, there is just this slight kind of swirling that starts to happen on the surface of it, and it spins down into this just very small, slow, almost like a whirlpool inside the cup. And you hear. I'm trying to decide if you hear this out loud or if you hear this in your head. How do you imagine this goes? Is this just like a literal call? Like, do you think you are talking to her out loud, or is this more of a in your mind sort of thing?
I'm literally just like thinking of Supernatural right now with the blood in the cup. So I'm
All right.
thinking out loud.
Yeah, you just talked to her. All right. So the rest of you, looking or not, you sort of hear this voice quietly sort of emanating from the cup. And Sally, you hear Angula on the other end of it say, "Well, it's about time you called."
I have a trade for you.
Ooh, interesting. Details.
I've got your book. If you leave the damn witches alone. Turn her back. Don't need any of this bullshit around here.
Oh, you found little Destiny.
She was kind of hard to miss.
Well, not my most beautiful creation, but she gets the job done. Oh, the book for their lives. I don't know.
Or I could just burn the goddamn thing into ash. That works too.
I think on the other end, you all hear this almost kind of sinister laugh, and she says, "I'd love to see you try." I'm gonna have you roll to manipulate.
God damn it. Okay. I can do this.
Charm.
Yes, because Sally's real charming.
What you got?
Can't see it. It's a 6. I'm gonna luck it. We need this.
Use a luck point.
I'm gonna luck it.
Okay.
We need it.
So, you act as if you roll a 12, I believe. Do you have a luck move?
Do I? That's a good
Or-
question.
The monsters. Let's see if I can pull those up.
I don't know.
Here we go. Have the doc. Do. It's loading. It's loading. The monstrous. When you spend a luck, okay, your monster side gains power. Your curse may temporarily become stronger, or another disadvantage of your breed may manifest. Hold that in your
My curse is
mind.
Dark Master.
Hold that one in your mind, because that will
Okay.
come up later. We'll talk about that. So yeah,
Cool.
you spend a luck point and you succeed. So I think the laughter on the other end kind of dies down, and you all hear this voice now kind of taking you seriously. Says, "Well, I have to say this is more interesting than anything I've done all week. So, should I come to you?"
Yeah. I've got a lovely little warehouse that you could visit me at.
I'll be there shortly.
Great.
And the connection breaks.
Get ready.
And as Sally says this, you hear a popping sound from behind you, as into the center of the Devil's Trap. There is this almost like black smoke that appears for a second, and as it fades and kind of moves back down through the floor, you all see a figure standing there in the center of the trap you have set. This tall, beautiful woman, sort of porcelain skin, long red, sort of auburn hair, in a black tank top, black jeans, and boots with a snakeskin belt, appears, and she kind of looks to the floor, looks at all of you, and says, "Well, I should have seen that one coming." And that's where we're gonna end our session today. Because we've already gone a couple minutes late. A few minutes late. I'm so sorry. But thank you, everybody out there hanging out with us today and watching, to our followers and subscribers and our friends who gave us some good bits and cheers in the chat. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you for playing this game with me. Let's do our end of session stuff real quick, because I already know the answers to some of these questions, but I'm going to ask them to you anyway, because at the end of each session, the keeper will ask the following questions. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Not yet.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Potentially.
In progress.
Potentially by putting her in the cage.
Yeah.
And
I was-
Emily. We
Yeah.
saved Emily. And Scully.
Yeah. All right, we'll call that one a yes. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, we learned about a creature.
Mm-hmm,
Strigas.
for sure. Striga.
Stakes.
Yeah, sure.
Eggs.
And did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Well,
Nah.
maybe.
Nah. Nothing.
Travis has some cleanliness issues.
Yep. That.
That's what we learned.
Huge,
Yeah.
huge.
Oh my
I
gosh,
got
we
the
learned
point.
about pretty much everyone except for Rex. Abby's bedroom.
I
Wynn's
learned.
hand.
I learned a little bit about Rex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I think we got a little bit of everybody this time. And some things that will definitely come to pass. So,
So
that's
that's like 10 XP, right?
it is. It is
Oh,
2.
yeah.
It is 2 XP.
Hey!
And there's 3 yes answers, so 2
200.
XP for everybody.
I levels
Um,
up.
Oh.
So
Sorry, question real quick before
yes.
we go. I rolled the 6. Does that count as XP, even though he helped?
Where was that? It does not, because the help is adding to it to make it a partial success. So it counts as the final result.
And same for the luck, right? I used the luck, so that's
Yes, so you will not get XP for that.
Cool. Okay.
Because it is as if you rolled whatever that final result is.
That's
So.
what I thought.
Yep. The cost of success
Oh, indeed.
in this game.
Quick question: where did you find out the luck thing for the monstrous?
So that is from Tome of Mysteries, the expansion. It's somewhere pinned in our Discord
Okay.
too. There is a, if you guys look at the pins up there, there's a special luck moves doc, which I added them all to. But yeah, that's from the Monster of the Week expansion, Tome of Mysteries, which is a good thing. If you are out there playing this game, I highly recommend getting that. It's got a lot of fun stuff in it. Some more weird moves, some luck moves, some kind of updated things for the basic moves and things like that. That's where we updated Investigative Mystery from as well. So we are bouncing off all of that stuff. But yeah, you guys should have access to that. So make sure if you do have one of those luck moves, put that somewhere on your sheet in case you spend a luck point in the near
Exactly
future.
what I wanted to
Access
do.
that. Yeah. So put those on your sheet. And yeah, mark down those XPs. And thanks everybody for hanging out with us and watching. We will be back in 2 weeks on December 22nd at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We love you all. We're so happy that you're here. And oh boy, we are going to be dealing with some serious stuff next time. So in the meantime, check out our regular schedule here on game nights, as well as all of these wonderful faces you saw playing this game. They've got a lot of awesome stuff happening on both their own channels and other channels kind of around Twitch. So we're everywhere. Find us. Find us, like us, follow us, subscribe, because there's a lot of great stuff that these cool kids are making. So we will see you 2 weeks from now. And until then, good game, good hunting, and good night, Internet.
Bye.